Hello, 3D Speed. It is Mike once again here to do the fall series feedback form. I'm calling it fall series, although it might start in like August, so that would be kind of like a summer series start. But I think fall is probably more applicable because even if we start in August, it'll be September, October, probably November to resolve the series. So I think the fall series is most applicable. I'm doing a video of the forum feedback here because I kind of want to give some thoughts on some of the things that like it would if included in the forum itself would be very very large. Like it would become unwieldy, and as a result, I thought a video form would possibly be a better option because you can just pop the video on and listen to it while you're walking or something. Anyways, we might get interrupted by my phone because it is July the 14th, and that is the day my mom passed away a couple years ago. So everyone's been texting and Facebook messaging and all that to give condolences and so on. So there may be something that interrupts. But here we go. So obviously, name, that's easy. Okay, cars. I'm gonna give a couple of thoughts on cars here. I think a lot of people, we've had like at least 3 drivers a season pick a car and then complain about something that is fundamental to the car. So I would really encourage people to learn all the cars and figure out what they actually like, or pick one that they really like. But anyways, basically know the cars you're picking. So for me, it's the Aston Martin, the Audi. I wouldn't say no to the Bentley. Ferrari Evo. Honda NSX I would normally say no to, but we have had so few Honda NSXs that I wouldn't actually mind giving it a shot next season. I don't like the Lamborghini. I just did the Lexus, and I've done it twice. I don't know. I guess it's still an option. I don't like the McLaren 720. Mercedes would be fine. Nissan would be fine. Porsche would be fine, but only if it's with someone really comfortable with the car who can help me out, because I can do okay in the Porsche, but it is definitely one where I'd have to be the bottom guy on the team, because I really don't think bronze drivers or even low silvers should touch that car, because it is very unique and very headache inducing. So there is that. So that's my cars. And I'll throw up like a little list to help people find teammates based on this. And try and help facilitate maybe some new friendships, some new partnerships to work with. All right, tracks. Okay, so I'm doing this because everyone always says, Mike, why are we racing this track? And it's ones I don't want to race. And I keep saying it's not the ones I vote for. Most of this will be just democracy rules. So Barcelona, not a huge fan of it, but its length does suit. Oh, speaking of which, there is a phone call. I will call him back later. It is my dad, probably asking for money. In hindsight, I really need to change my ringtone to something I don't want to listen to, because it will make me answer the phone faster. So Barcelona, no specific problems other than I'm very lukewarm on the track. Brands Hatch, I'm going to vote for it because I still want redemption at Brands Hatch. The last 2 times we've gone to Brands Hatch was the race where my pedals failed, and then the wet race where I was just absolutely terrible. So I kind of want redemption. Hungaroring, always vote for it. I really like that track. Kalami is a rare one, and Misano.
Received a new message at your private terminal.
Then I got 2 more spots.
Commander, you received a new message at your private terminal.
Laguna Seca is a no. We've been there a couple times. I don't feel like I want to go there again. Imola's a maybe. Donington Park's a no. I don't really like the British DLC tracks. I just don't. I don't find any of them particularly Interesting. Barcelona's a maybe. Monza's a maybe. Mount Panorama's too long. Nürburgring. I'm thinking after we do the 9 hours and 3 hours, we'll probably be sick of Nürburgring, so I'm going to probably pass on that. Oulton Park. See, Donington Park. God damn it, leave me alone! Paul Ricard is too long. Silverstone, probably a little too long, to be honest. But I do enjoy it, but I am voting for Brands Hatch. I don't really want to overdo the British content. Stenerton, see above. Spa's a little too long. Suzuka is too long. Zandvoort, Zolder. So I need 2 more. I'm going to go with Zandvoort, purely for selfish reasons. I tend to do well there. And I will round it off with... Do I do a double Italy vote? Because I'm already voting for Misano. Do I want to vote for Monza or Imola? I don't know. It's a tough one. Because the other option would be like Barcelona, which is not amazing. Or Zolder, which is not amazing either. You know what? Monza's a classic. I will throw one at Monza. There we go. I need to edit this question to allow for only 6. I forgot to do that. I will do that before we do this. And then vetoes. I'm just picking really the longest tracks, like Paul Ricard, Mount Panorama. I think they're just too long to do a 40-minute race with. And I'll round it off with... Spa is kind of too long, but it's such a classic. We do get good races there. Silverstone's also a little too long. So is Suzuka. Is there a track that I just think is disastrous? Not really. Not really. We didn't have Suzuka this season, so if we have a long race, I'm okay with it being at Suzuka. Let's vote. Let's go with the negative on Spa. Okay, are you planning on acquiring the North American or Asian DLCs? If it hits, I'm obviously planning to pick up both. Definitely the America one. The Asia one I might have some thoughts on because I don't think either of them come with any car. If they come, I don't think they'll come with cars. I'm a little underwhelmed by the Asia. It depends on what tracks are in the Asian one. Because the thing is that if it's just this season of GT Challenge Asia, it means we're just going to get Shanghai and the other Chinese track. Not Zhuhai. I don't think it's Zhuhai anyways. I don't know. It's in race room. I prefer free start. I'm going to break down these. So free start's what we've been using. That's where everyone just basically controls their own gaps. There's no speed limit warning. There's no widget telling you where to go. But it is the most demanding on people. The limiter start is basically pit limiter is on until the green flag. We could try this. It's short enough races that you don't have to worry about things like engine damage, obviously. But on top of that, there is the fact that I don't know. It just feels like really like training wheels, like real kitty gloves on when you play with the limiter start. So I don't like it. But if again, majority will mostly rule. I think I would only overrule something if it was really, really off. And then the widget start. The widget start is the one people generally prefer. And I understand why, because it does take a lot of the guesswork out. It gives you a visual representation of if your gap is right, if you're in the right position. It imposes a speed limit at the start and gives penalties. The problem is that it can be also juked into giving penalties. Like we have seen people get drive-through penalties at the start with the widget for being out of position, but it's really like another car has completely messed up and is like at the very edge of the widget somewhere, and then you get a penalty, and it's a little messy, but it is what it is. Should we allow custom liveries? Again, the custom liveries problem is that your computer will process spike when loading it. There's a possibility that actually some of the extra packs even might do this. Kind of noticed that at Spa with the new livery that Matt Higgs is wearing, the Martini Porsche. It caused a bit of a spark. a spike. So I'm wondering if maybe even like 2021 liveries are going to start doing that. I hope not. But again, I don't like how ACC does the livery processing in this game. I'm going to go with no on the customs. That being said, you are free to... Why is it giving me the option? Oh, maybe it's just because it's multiple choice. Maybe? I don't know. It's weird that it's giving me that choice to clear selection. Anyways, I'm going to vote no, but I mean, if it's yes, we can try it. I'm a big fan of the team liveries. I know not everybody is. I know complaints have come about not being able to run some of the livery combinations we want. I just think that it's really, really helpful. From a commentary standpoint, it's very helpful to be able to remember who's on what team. And even from a racing standpoint, it kind of reminds me who's on what team and how that affects how I'm going to drive against them, where they are. Is that a rival team? Is that not a rival team? Is that a big deal? I think it's a good idea, but again, I'm opening this one up this time to a vote. Which weather do you prefer? I still prefer dynamic. I don't mind the static, obviously, that we did this season, but I think dynamic gives the most opportunities for people who really know the cars and really know setup and so on to succeed. Success ballast. It can be done in ACC. I would have said no prior to this season, which is obviously why we haven't. I'm like, would you go away? Friggin' hell. Just wants money. But we have seen, with the regression of Paul Riccobene, to a certain degree, and the recent inconsistencies of Andrew Burke, that maybe we are starting to get back to where we were in Race Room with Mike Stoppmill just absolutely dominating. And like if we pull up, let's quickly pull up the standings here to kind of show what I mean here. Events. By the way, a bunch of liveries will be up into Race App come the next update for Race App, because there was a problem and they think they found it, and I will be uploading right at that point. Like Higgs has got 4 wins in 6 races, so we're kind of at the point where maybe we need to look at ballast. So I'm going to vote yes, but I think we'll find, generally speaking, that the mid-pack votes yes and then everyone else votes no. Would you like to see tighter track limit enforcement? This has come up after the Spa-Francorchamps race where Eau Rouge was just not giving a cut despite people cutting it pretty hard. I've talked to Jack. He's willing to do a little bit of more in-depth track limits if there's a demand for it. I'm gonna say no, because I think what we're really gonna do is I'm gonna do more like a video breakdown of the track in the future and go through it with looking for places where the track limits are just not being applied correctly, and that will be something we look at. Whereas this would be like a lap by lap review to a certain degree, like looking for like odd sectors and so on. Whereas my proposal is just kind of look at one turn, kind of like we did at Monza's Rettifilio chicane. Mandatory pit stop. I'm still a no on this. Pit stops work for me, but I don't actually think that 40 minutes really warrants it. But if we do have a pit stop, I do like the pit stop window. So let's get that submitted. There is the link to this form in the description of this video. I'll also post it in Discord. And get that filled out in a reasonable amount of time. Obviously, we still have Silverstone coming up in a week to finish off the current season. And then, like I said, we're probably not looking until August to start it off. So we got like a month to get things done. But the more responses we get, the more I can obviously ponder and plan things out more accordingly. And, I mean, at some point, we just have to make the call. So if we can, let's say by the end of the month, if you can get this filled out, that would be fairly ideal. So anyways, I'm going to check what my dad wants, even though I'm pretty sure I know what it is. And I will see you on the track tonight for the practice race.
Message at your private terminal.
Good Lord, stop texting me until I text back. This is my family life. Anyways, see you. Good luck at the finale at Silverstone. See you at the practice race for Silverstone as well, which is coming up tonight. And we're going to check out that turn 1, how bad the track cut is, because I am a little bit concerned about the first turn at Silverstone. Might as well actually pull that up right here. If I'm going to talk about it, I might as well do a quick Silverstone track map. I really should just like have all of these what is the word I'm looking for? Saved, but this is probably a decent one here. So it is not the actual turn 1 on this map, because this is Abbey. This is not turn 1 in ACC. It is Cops. So this one here, and possibly Abbey too, because it's a similar turn. But I know that there's during the Sunday race, there were a couple of times I caught people going very far off, and I don't know if they were getting warnings. So I'm kind of interested to see if they are, because that would be kind of important. So definitely at Cops, possibly at Abbey. We need to look at track limits and possibly implementing a bit of a report system for it. Anyways, that is all. I've gotten no objections to the Benjamin Adamian proposal about letting him race at Silverstone. So, and he agrees that he will take ×2 penalties for anything he gets. So, I think he'll be racing as opposed to being banned. And that's kind of really all I got to say. So let's stop recording here and see you guys tonight.